Pocket English Podcast
from your pocket.
Welcome back to Pocket English, your on-the-go guide to real-life English. Today, we are going to build a fast talker audio simulator to test your street-level survival skills. Imagine this. You are in a loud, crowded coffee shop. The espresso machine is screaming. The barista looks at you and says, "Do you want room for cream or that oat milk or regular?" Your mind goes completely blank. You panic, you smile, and you just say, yes. Now you're drinking black coffee that you absolutely hate.
I used to do this every single day. I would drink whatever they gave me because I was terrified of asking them to repeat themselves and looking stupid in front of the whole line.
Stop the smile and nod trap. By the end of this short episode, you will have 3 polite, confident phrases to pause any fast talker and get exactly what you asked for.
It is such a terrible feeling when that happens. You stand there at the counter, your heart is beating so fast, and you just want to escape the situation, so you say yes to whatever they asked.
Exactly. But saying yes when you do not understand actually causes more confusion. The barista might be asking you a specific question where yes does not even make sense. For example, they might be asking if you want room for cream.
Wait, what does room for cream actually mean? I hear that phrase a lot in coffee shops, but I'm never quite sure what the room is for.
That's a great question. Room for cream just means leaving a little empty space at the top of your coffee cup. That way, you have space to pour in your own milk or cream without the coffee spilling over the edge.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I always pictured a physical room in the back of the cafe where they keep the cream.
You are definitely not the only person who has thought that. So, if the barista asks, "Do you want room for cream?" and you just panic and say yes, they leave space, but then they might follow up by asking if you want oat milk or regular milk. If you just nod and say yes again, the barista is completely confused. Yes to oat milk? Yes to regular milk?
And then they stare at you. The silence gets awkward and the panic gets worse. But why do they speak so fast in the first place? Sometimes it feels like native speakers are testing us on purpose.
Not at all. It's just muscle memory. Think about it from their perspective. A barista or a cashier says the exact same sentence 500 times a day. Their brain goes on autopilot, and their words just blend together into one long sound. They're not trying to confuse you. They're just trying to move the line quickly.
That's really comforting to know. It's not about my English level being bad, it's just their daily habit. So if I don't understand, I shouldn't feel bad about stopping them and asking for clarity.
Exactly. You just need the right tools to pause the conversation politely. This brings us to the 3 polite pause phrases. These are your conversational lifesavers. The first one is very natural. You say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that."
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Catch is an interesting word there. That means I did not hear or understand the words, right? Like someone threw a ball to me, but I missed it.
That's the perfect way to picture it. You missed the words. But here's the secret to using this phrase successfully. It's not just about the words you use, it's about the intonation or the melody of your voice.
Right, because if I'm stressed and I say it flatly like a robot, sorry, I didn't catch that, it sounds a little angry. It almost sounds like I'm blaming them for speaking badly.
Yes, it sounds very aggressive. To sound polite and friendly, your voice needs to go up slightly at the very end of the sentence. Sorry, I didn't catch that? Let's practice this together. Listen closely to my voice and say it right after me. Sorry, I didn't catch that?
Sorry, I didn't catch that?
Perfect. Notice how Jack's voice lifted up at the end, almost like he was asking a question. Now I want you to try it at home, wherever you are listening right now. Say it out loud with a lifting melody. Sorry, I didn't catch that?
I feel like smiling a little bit when I speak really helps the tone of my voice. It naturally makes the sentence sound softer.
That's a fantastic tip. Smiling changes the shape of your mouth and naturally softens your voice. Now let's look at the second phrase. Could you say that one more time?
I noticed you used the word could you instead of can you. Could you say that one more time? Is that important?
Very important. Could is a polite modal verb. It makes your request much softer and more respectful than saying, "Can you say that?" But listen to how native speakers pronounce it. We rarely say, "Could you?" The words blend together to sound like, "Could ya?" Could you say that one more time?
Oh, wow. Could ya? That's a great example of connected speech. Let me try it. Could you say that one more time?
Excellent. Practice it with us right now. Could you say that one more time?
Could you say that one more time?
Great job. And our third phrase is the most formal and polite option. Would you mind repeating that?
Would you mind? That is another polite modal phrase, right?
Exactly. It basically means, is it a problem for you to do this for me? And just like the last phrase, the words would and you blend together. It sounds like would ya. Would you mind repeating that?
Would you mind repeating that? This one feels very elegant. If I am at a nice restaurant or speaking to a hotel receptionist, this seems like the perfect phrase to use.
You are exactly right. It works perfectly in professional or formal situations. So now you have three powerful tools in your pocket. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that one more time? And would you mind repeating that?
And if you are finding these everyday English tools helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. We create new lessons just like this every single week to help you feel confident and comfortable in any real-life situation.
Absolutely. We want you to feel completely ready for anything the real world throws at you. But knowing the phrases is only half the battle. You have to be ready to use them under pressure.
That is the hardest part. When the cafe is loud and people are watching, it is hard to remember the right words.
That is why we are going to build our Fast Talker audio simulator right now. This is your chance to practice your street-level survival skills in a safe environment. Jack is going to play the role of the fast-talking cashier.
I'm going to speak at true native speed. I'm going to blend my words together and I will not slow down.
After Jack speaks, there will be a short pause. In that pause, I want you to speak out loud. Do not just think the answer in your head. Actually say one of your three new phrases out loud. Tell Jack to repeat himself. Are you ready?
Here we go. Scenario 1. You are buying a shirt at a clothing store. Here is the cashier. Do you need a receipt in the bag or with you today?
Tell him you did not understand. Speak out loud now.
If you said, sorry, I didn't catch that, you did a great job. In that fast sentence, I was actually asking, do you need a receipt in the bag or with you today? Cashiers say this so often that it becomes one single breath.
Let's try scenario 2. Use a different polite phrase this time. You are at a busy fast food restaurant.
Are you eating here or taking this to go today?
Stop the fast talker. Speak now.
Excellent. If you said, could you say that one more time, you nailed it. I was asking, are you eating here or taking this to go today? To go means taking the food out of the restaurant to eat somewhere else.
Now for scenario 3. This is the hardest one. You are at the coffee shop. Remember to use your polite intonation.
Would you like to use your rewards points for this purchase today?
Use your polite phrase.
That was great. What I actually said was, would you like to use your rewards points for this purchase today? It sounds like nonsense when spoken fast, but it is just a standard question about a store loyalty card.
Even just saying your pause phrases out loud to yourself in your room builds that critical muscle memory. When you practice it out loud, your brain is ready to use it in the real world.
It really does help, because in the real world, you do not have time to open a textbook and look for the correct grammar rule. You just need a quick, polite reaction to stop the panic.
Now let's put it all together and redo our opening scene. This time, you are not going to panic. You are not going to smile and nod. You are going to take control of the conversation.
I am the barista again. The cafe is extremely loud. There is a long line behind you, and I look at you and say, do you want room for cream or that oat milk or regular?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that one more time?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. It's really loud in here. Do you want regular milk or oat milk in your coffee?
I'll have oat milk, please.
Great choice. And do you need room for cream at the top of a cup?
No room, please. You can fill it to the top.
Look at that. The panic is completely gone. When you use the phrase, the barista slowed down immediately. They actually smiled, they apologized for the noise, and you got the exact drink you wanted.
Notice how the barista did not get angry at all. When you use a polite phrase with nice intonation, the native speaker instantly realizes they were speaking on autopilot. They'll naturally slow down, separate their words, and use simpler vocabulary.
It feels like magic. I used to think that asking people to repeat themselves made me look like I was bad at English, but it actually shows that you're an active, confident communicator.
Exactly. Communication is always a two-way street. If someone is speaking too fast, it's their job to slow down, and it's your job to politely ask them to do so. You're working together to understand each other.
So what should we do next time we go to a cafe or a store?
I have a challenge for you. The next time you buy a coffee or go shopping, I want you to use the phrase, "Sorry, I didn't catch that," even if you actually did understand them. Do it just to practice the feeling of controlling the speed of the conversation.
That is a brilliant idea. It takes the pressure off. And right now, we want you to practice your English by writing your perfect order in the comments below. Tell us, what is your go-to coffee or tea order? Use the exact pattern. I'll have a medium coffee with oat milk, please.
We read every single comment, so write your delicious order down below. You did a great job practicing your speaking today, so keep using your voice, stop smiling and nodding, and take control of your conversations. See you in the next episode.